ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। In 336 we saw बाह्य निर्दे मनस प्रसन्नता मनः प्रसादे परमात्म दर्शनम तस्मिन् सुदृष्टे भवबंधनाशा बहिर्निरोध पदवी विमुक्तेः. The culmination of this बाह्य निरोध, बहिर्निरोध or बाह्य निरोध is what? It is vimukti. Therefore nirodha of this बाह्य vishaya, these sense organs going outward, should be shunned, and then thereby there is some prasannata, and then once there is mana prasada, prasannata or mana prasada, then paramatma darshana, yathartha darshana of paramatma or atma takes place. Once this happens, then tasmin sudrushte paramatma darshanam, once it happens, then bhavabandhanasha, there is destruction of bondage. And it is not once it happens or anything. There may be a glimpse, but we should be able to hold on to that. The vision should be held on. This entire prakriya, which is begun since many shlokas, is this nididhyasana prakriya, which nididhyasana stage, at that stage of nididhyasana, one should be very alert and not let the purvavasana control or drag one into the vishaya. 337 introduction says एवं बहुप्रकारैः विषयचिन्तायां दोषान् दर्शयित्वा ततः सर्वात्मना निवर्तयितुं तादृशानां लज्जायै कुत्सां करोति कः पंडित इति. Now, having shown this Vishaya leads to dosha. Showing this, having shown this, because what is the dosha? All the adversities come about when there is ahankara and going outward from ahankara towards Vishaya. With ahankara, one gets mamakara, ragadvesha ityadi, and then one has a fall. All the adversities are due to this ajnana krita, and ajnana krita ahankara leading to Vishaya Chinta. So Vishaya Chinta itself is at the stage of Vishaya Chinta, it has been shown that there are doshas in the form of vasanas again. So it's a vicious circle. Having shown that tataha, thereafter sarvatmana nivartayitum tadrushanam lajjayai kutsam karoti. So there is a way, there is a way to show that, how can you do it? You are wiser than the others. How can you do it? The way we tell kids, you are unlike them. You are mature enough. You understand what is wrong, what is right, what is bad for you. But still, how could you do it? So with this kind of a methodology, it is being shown now. Kutsa, there is ninda done for a pandita. How can you, as a pandita, get indulged in vishayas? Otherwise, you are not a pandita. Either you say you are a pandita. So, if you recall, in the beginning itself of Viveka Chudamani, what was said, the second shloka is Sutra Bhuta, on which this is a commentary. And the Vyakhyanakara gave a comparison of the second shloka of Viveka Chudamani to that of 2.10 of Gita. In Gita, that is the Sutra Bhuta shloka, where he says that Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna that you are talking like a pandita, but you are not behaving like one. So you are confused. You are confused because you asochan, I think 11, not 10. Asochan anvasocastvam prajnavadanscha bhashase gatasun gatasuncha nanu sochanti pandita. The panditas do not have this kind of a grief or moha delusion that you have in this battlefield right now, Krishna tells Arjuna. But you talk like a pandita. Meaning what you are talking it is just lip service. You can't live the moment, live that. You can't walk the talk. So similarly here, the pandita, you are a pandita here, and how can you indulge in vishayas? That is the methodology used here. Kaf pandita iti. So something will hit hard. There are many ways in which it is shown that negligence and vishaya chinta, ahankara, these will lead to the fall even for a jnani. Kaf pandita san sadasad viveki shruti pramana paramarthadarshi janan hi kuryad asato valambam swapata heto shishuvan mumukshuhu. So the example uses shishuvat, like a shishu, like a child. A child who does not know the height that he is on, jumping on the bed or going up and down the staircases, going up the ladder or anything, and then suddenly, due to negligence, the child has a fall. Similarly, the pandita who behaves like a child, who does not know the height he has reached through Shravana and Manana, can have a fall. Shishuvat, Mumukshuhu, who is a pandita, Kaf pandita, what kind of pandita? Son, being a pandita, Sadasad Viveki, who has Viveka between what is Sat and Asat. Vishayas are Asat, Anatma, Ahankara onwards, and Vishaya. Here, particularly Vishaya Chinta is shunned, is to be shunned. Thereby, Sadasad Viveki, Shruti Pramana. Shruti Pramana is a person, Pramanam is a neuter. So, Shrutihi Pramanam Yasya. Yasya Panditasya Sa Panditaha Shruti Pramana. This Pandita, for him, what is the Pramana for Atma Jnana? Shruti is the Pramana. And Shruti says that Vishayas are Anatma, do not hanker after them. But then, even being a Pandita and Shruti Pramana and Sadasad Viveki, who knows the difference between Vishayas as Anatma and Atma as the innermost self, which is the Sadvastu, Paramartha Darshi, and who through Shravana and Manana and Nididhyasana practice, he has had Paramartha Darshana. In everything he is having Paramartha Darshana, he has Sarvatma Bhava. Why would he differentiate the Vishayas from himself and want those Vishayas, hanker for them? Janan hi, knowingly, knowing that this is the Satvastu, this is Asatvastu. Even then, Kaha Panditaha Janan hi Asato Avalambam Kuryad. Who would do this Asat Avalambam? Who will depend on the Asadvastu? A Pandita Sadasad Viveki Paramartha Darshi Shruti Pramanaha, who knows the fact, cannot knowingly indulge. And he knows. So if he is indulging, that means he does not know. So this is the way it has been shown. Swapata hetu. Hetoho shishuvas. Swapata hetoho asatoho avalambam. This dependence unto what? Asataha avalambam. He has dependency, or he is hankering towards what? Asat vastu, asad vishaya, which is the cause, which is the hetu for swapata, for one's own fall. Who would do it? Shishivat mumukshu na kuryadityartha. Paramartham drashtum sheelam asya asti iti paramarthadarshi. He's a sarvatma bhava he has, therefore is called paramarthadarshi. Is a nich pratyaya used, which is in the sense of he is habituated to that. He is habituated to paramartha darshana because he is at the nididhyasana stage where everything has become that atma tattva. He is trying to hold on to that. Ata eva Shruti Pramana. And he has known this Ekatattva through Nididhyasana due to Shruti. As Pramana, Shruti has told him to do Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. Thereby he is Shruti Pramana. Shrutireva Pramanam yasya sa Shruti Pramana. Atindriyarthe tasya eva manatvat. Why is he Shruti Pramana? Because he knows that Atma cannot be objectified. None of these pramanas would work, Laukika pramanas. Therefore, Shruti alone is the pramana. It is Atindriya. Vishaya, this Artha, Brahmartha is Paramartha is Atindriya. It is not, it is a Vastu which is beyond the sense organs. Therefore, Tasyaha Shrutehe eva manatvat. Pramanatvat. Manatvat means Pramanatvat. ततः यो वै भूमा तदमृतम अत्योन्यदार्थम इति श्रुत्या through the Chandogya Shruti, yo vai bhuma tadamrutam, that which is bhuma, we saw bhuma yesterday, that which is limitless without a second, there cannot be Vishaya, that Atma Tattva is Amruta, is immortality. Atha anyad artam, everything else other than this is inferior. It is not something that should be hankered for, because it does not have any real existence at all. Iti Shrutya Sadasad Viveki, he knows what is real, what is unreal, what is immortal, what will lead to mortality, what will continue this seeming mortality. He knows, therefore is Sadasad Viveki. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya iti Jnanavan. He is Janan. What does he know? He has jnana of Brahma is Satya, Jagat is Mithya, Tena Pandita, and therefore he is Pandita, Panda, he has jnana. Panda asya jnanam asya sanjata iti panditaha. That is a derivation through Pratyaya, where it is saying jnanam has arisen for this person now, therefore he is called as Pandita. Vastu yathatmi jnanavan, meaning he knows the Vastu as it is, yathartha jnana, not that I am the Sharira or this with a mix-up. He knows Shuddha Atma in its as it stands on its own. Mumukshu bandhu nivrittim kamayamanaha. One mumukshu is a person who desires bandha nivritti, cessation of bondage. Swapata hetu swasya adhoda, fall. Swapata hetu, which what is this Vishayas are the reason for. Asad avalambam is the reason for one's fall. Patanartham hi nischayena janan, he knows that I will fall if I hanker after these things, asad vastu. He knows that. Patanartham hi nischayena janan, he has had viveka in the very beginning of sadhana. He is continuing that viveka, so you can't say that he does not know. Like a child, he was ignorant. He knew that if I indulge, I will have a fall. Thereby, nischayena janan asataha anatmanaha avalambam samashrayanam kaha kuryat. Who would depend on these anatma vishayas? Tatra drishtantaha sishuvaditi. Example given is like a child. Shishur hi ajnanat uparibhagat adah patet sarpadipadikam griniyat. A child who is ignorant, he does not know right from wrong, he does not know what is beneficial from him, what is harmful. That child can fall from a higher stage, from a higher pedestal. He can have a fall. He may fall up from wherever, from a higher place. But not a jnani, not someone who is an elderly fellow, a mature person, he will not have a fall. The child grows to know what is beneficial, what is risky. And a child, what does he do? Sarpa deepadikam grunyat. He does not know that the deepa is there. He just puts his hand and burns his fingers. Or he looks at a snake, he thinks that it's a toy, he holds on to it. So this is all possible, Grunniya, it is possible, but not for someone who knows. An ignorant may do it. Ayam tu jnani, this Pandita is a jnani, atha vivekina apramadena brahma samstena bhavitavyam iti bhava. So being a Pandita, he should know what is right, and he already knows what is right, and he should behave like a mature person Specifically, in the Nididhyasana stage, he should be very alert. Apramadena brahmasotena bhavitavyam. He should remain in Brahma Tattva without negligence. This is the idea. Padartha avabodha. Padartha anavabodha avabodha rupa vibhinna dharmashrayayoho supti jagaranayoho yatha ekasmin samana kalitvam nasti evam dehadya vimana muktyoho ityaha. Dehadi. Just like you cannot wake and go to sleep at the same time. Either you are waking or you are in deep sleep. Similarly here, padartha anavabodha avabodha rupa vibhinna dharmashrayayoho. The attribute dharmas that you are holding on to can be either your Atma Tattva or it can be the Vishaya. You can either know the Padartha as it is or you won't know. You can't have knowledge and ignorance at the same time. And it is true with Vishayas also. Basically with the Samasa, what is being said is that just like waking and dream is not possible together, similarly Bahya Pravrutti and Antah Pravrutti, Mukti and indulgence cannot go together. It cannot be going together. Therefore, in the example also it is valid. In the example, in Sushupti you are not aware of the Vishayas, the world, Prapancha, and in waking you are aware of the Prapancha. So when you say that deep sleep and waking are not possible together, what it means is that the cognition of the Vishayas, Prapancha, and non-cognition both cannot happen together. Yatha ekasmin samana kalitvam nasti. At the same time it is not possible. Similarly, evam dehadyavi mana muktyoho. Similarly, you either have the dehavimana, deha considered as Vishaya, and outward towards Vishaya. Whatever is objectified is Vishaya if you consider that. Deha is objectified as Vishaya. Now, either you have abhimana in that or you do not have abhimana. You have ahankara, mamakara, or you don't have. You cannot have both together. Just like sleeping and waking. Dehadavati. Dehadi samsakti mato na muktihi muktasya dehadya vimatya bhavaha suptasya no jagaranna na jagratah swapnastayor bhinna gunashrayatvat. Swapnastayo jagratah and swapnatayoho bhinna gunashrayatvat. Suptasya na u jagaranam na jagratah swapnah. What is that? Tayoho jagratah swapnah tayoho bhinna gunashrayatvat. Since Jagrata Avastha is that state in which what is it characterized by? By having gunashraya Vishaya going outward, and Swapna Avastha is going inward. Swapna Swapna is also taken as sleep, need not be dream. So suptasya no jagaranam jagrata swapna na bhavati. So swapna and supta should be taken as same meaning because it's derived from the same dhatu. So swapna or sleep is not possible for a waker, and waking is not possible for a deep sleeper, one who is in deep sleep. Because both have a different, their ashraya is different, their locus is different. One is focused outward towards the Vishaya, the other is focused in the within. His focus within. Dehadi samsakta mataha na mukti. Similarly, what happens is that one who is focused outward will remain awake, one who is focused inward will be able to go to sleep easily. Similarly, one who is associating with the dehadi Vishaya, dehadi anatma padarthas, he will not get mukti. Dehadi samsakti mataha, one who is dehadi samsakti man, one who has asakti towards deha ityadi and then outward towards Vishayas. For him mukti is not possible, just like sleep is not possible if you keep on doing some work. If you are indulged in some work, you cannot fall asleep. That's why they say you exercise or you walk it out, you walk out your sleep. Muktasya dehadi abhimatya bhavaha. And mukti, who is a mukta? He is one who has no, who has abhava, means who has no bhava, no association with dehadi abhimati, abhimana. Dehado abhimati nasti, abhimana is not there. Nasa punaravartate iti shrutya. So there is a shruti which says nasa punaravartate, he does not come back. Once he attains this mukti, he does not come back. Come back means he does not associate with dehadi padarthas, anatma padarthas. Iti shrutya muktasya tu punaha dehado abhimanaha naiva bhavati. It is impossible to have abhimana with deha ityadi if a person is a mukta. Yadi bhavati nasa muktaha. If he has abhimana in deha ityadi, then he is not a mukta. It is as simple as that. Vijñāta brahma tattvasya yatha purvam na samsrutihi asti chin nasa vijñāta brahma bhava bahirmukha iti hi vakshyati. And it is said later that vijñāta brahma tattvasya purushasya sadhakasya panditasya, the person who is vijñāta brahma tattva, he has, by whom this tattva has been, reality of Brahma has been understood. Yatha purvam na samsruti. He does not have samsara like earlier. Yatha purvam na samsrutihi. There is no samsarana, there is no samsara for that kind of a person like it was before. Mithya. Asti chen nasa vijñāta brahma bhavaha. If he has samsara, if he has samsaranam, if he wanders about hankering for vishayas, then that is samsara. Life of becoming, as Pujya Swami says, life of becoming something you are not, trying to be something you are not, or trying to complete yourself whereas you are already complete. Thereby what happens? This person is bahirmukha. This bahirmukha asti chen nasa vijñāta brahma saha bahirmukha vijñāta brahma na bhavati. That person who is focused outwards is not a person who has understood Brahma Tattva. Anvaya spashta, Anvaya is clear. So, muktasya dehadi abhimati abhavah asti, and dehadi samsaktimatha mukti na bhavati. Suptasya nau jagaranam nau bhavati, and jagrataha sapnaha na bhavati. Tayoho bhinna gunashrayatvat is hetu there. Tayoho swapna jagrayoho or supta jagrayoho. Between them there is different gunashraya. Mukta swarupamaha antariti. What is the mukta swarupa? What is the nature of this mukta? That is said in the 339 shloka. Antarvahiswam sthirajangameshu jnanatmanadharataya vilokya tyakta kilopadhirakhanda rupaha पूर्णात्मना यस्थितः एष मुक्तः. पूर्णात्मना यः स्थितः एषः सः मुक्तः. एषः मुक्तः. This person who remains as Purnatma, in Purnatma bhava, meaning in the completeness of Atma, he as a whole, unsegmented whole, which is not only not segmented, he knows that it was never segmented and it can never be segmented. He can never be an individual, he never was an individual, he is the whole, he is the Purna Atma, Brahma Atma. Yastitaha Esha Mukta, he is Mukta. So what is the corollary of that? If a person is hankering towards another, he is not in Purnatma Bhava. He thinks that there is something else to gain from Vishaya. So antarvahihi swam stira jangameshu. Stira jangam is stira, moving or unmoving. Jangama, which is moving. Stira is that which is, so Vishayas can be moving or unmoving. Meaning it can be taken as jada and ajada also. It is an indicator towards that. Because what moves around, we think that it is It is not jada, it is jada, it is sentient. Of course, motorized cars are also can be included, but then we can take broader meaning and include both. अंतर्बहिः स्वं स्थिरजंगमेषु ज्ञानात्मना धारतया विलोक्य, विलोक्य, having what do you say this, having विलोक्य ज्ञानात्मना धारतया विलोक्य त्यक्त अखिल उपाधि अखंड रूपः. So one who knows all of this, sthira and jangam, jangameshu antarbahi, whether it is within or without, swam jnanatmana adharataya vilokya. So the padacheda there is adharataya, jnanatmana adharataya, as a substratum, as an adhara of all the sthira and jangama, all the sentient and insentient, jada ajada, moving, unmoving, all of this which is seen outside, whether it is trees and animals or even ghatapata, the entire prapancha, antarvahi, and not only outside, the world within also which is imagined, or anything that is there within, that I feel that this is outside of me, this is within me. All of that, lock, stock and barrel, it is jnanatmana adharataya, as the jnana atma. It is clear to me, it is objectifiable, because in my presence they shine. In my presence they shine, but otherwise they do not shine. They cannot be objectified if there is no subject to witness. So in the presence of witness, who is me? Jnanatmana, and that chidvastu jnana, that I am Atma, I am the adhara. So adharataya vilokya, having clearly understood that they do not have any satta or spurana without me, then thereby what should one do? Tyakta akila upadhi akhanda rupaha, I should be that unsegmented, I should remain that akhanda swarupa atma, akhanda rupaha, who has given up all the upadhis. I should not associate with body, mind, sense complex, and thereby tyakta akhila upadhi, I would become purnatmana yah sthitaha, thereby purnatma. When I do not associate with any of the upadhis, then alone I am in the purnatma bhava, because everything other than me is mithya. So sarvam khalu brahma, idam sarvam, all this is Brahma. How is it Brahma? They are not separate from Brahma, they are just an appearance of Brahma, they are an appearance of me, they are but a reflection, they have no reality of their own. Thereby you give up association with all of that, meaning Brahma eva asti sarvam nasti, there is nothing other than Brahma. That is the Bada Samanadikaranyam. That person yaha sthita esha mukta, he is mukta. That is the definition of mukta now. Sthira jangameshu charachareshu vastushu, all these vastus which can be objectified as either moving or unmoving, antarbahihi, within and without, jnanatmana adharataya swam swatmanam vilokya, knowing oneself as the adhara of all of these, sakshatkritya, knowing is sakshatkritya, tyakta akila upadhi, tyaktaha badita akilaha upadaya ajnana tatkare rupaha yena sa tyakta akila upadhi. Being this kind of a tyakta akila upadhi son, akhanda rupa son, being that person who has given up all upadhis. Given up a tyakta means what? How do you give up the upadhis? You can't separate out yourself physically from the body, mind, sense complex. So what is a badhita? They are negated. You don't give them validity. You don't. You invalidate them. You invalidate their presence by buddhi. Akilaha upadaya. Not even a single upadhi should be left out. All the upadhis should be given up. Ajnana tatkari rupa. What are these upadhis? Ajnana is an upadhi. Ajnana karya is an upadhi. And all the ajnana karyas are upadhi. Therefore, अज्ञान तत्कार्य रूपः त्यक्ताः येन उपादयः त्यक्ता येन सह त्यक्ताक्लोपाधि अतएव अखंड रूप. And once he has given up all the associations with anatma, what remains is this atma, which is ekameva advitiya. Thereby therefore ataha eva, since he has given up association with any upadhi, therefore what remains is atma, shuddha atma, brahmatma, which is akhanda rupa. देश काल वस्तु परिच्छेद शून्य सच्चिदानंद स्वरूपः पूर्णात्मना अपरिच्छिन्नात्मना यस्थितः एष मुक्तः. So one who remains akhanda rupa is desha kala vastu parichheda shunya satchidananda swarupa. That atma whose swarupa is satchidananda, and that satchidananda swarupa is not limited by any kala, desha or vastu. We've seen many times. Aparichinnatmana, Purnatmana means aparichinnatmana yahastitaha, one who remains so in nididhyasana after Shravana Manana, knowing the Tattva, who does not give up his Viveka even at that stage and Vairagya even at that stage, Sa Eshaha Muktaha. Tena Parichinna Dehadya Vimane Purnatmana Stitir Nasti iti Nasa Mukta iti Bhavaha. So what is the corollary? Parichinna Dehadya Vimane. If there is Parichinna Dehadi Abhimana, if there is an Abhimana unto this Deha Ityadi, then that Deha Ityadi is limiting you. Thereby Purnatmana Sthiti Nasti. You cannot remain complete if you associate with the Deha, because it is limiting you into this Deha. Thereby you have become an individual again, and Mukta Nasti, Sa Mukta Nasti. That person will not become, not be a Mukta. Muktau hetum tasya hetum chaha. What is the hetu towards mukti? One question. Other question, what is the hetu to that hetu? What is the means? Basically means. So means of mukti and means to the means of mukti. These both are inquired into Sarvatmaneti in 348 shloka. Sarvatmana bandha vimukti hetuhu सर्वात्म भावान्न परोस्ति कश्चित् दृश्याग्रहे सत्युपपद्यते सौ सर्वात्म भावोस्य सदात्मनिष्ठया. सर्वात्मना बंध विमुक्ति हेतुः सर्वात्म भावात् न पर अस्ति कश्चित्. So what is the बंध विमुक्ति हेतुः? मोक्ष हेतुः सर्वात्म भावा. Sarvatma Bhava, all this is just an appearance of me, therefore all this is me. I am the substratum. This is the cause for mukti, meaning Bhavabandha Hetu, Bhavabandha Vimukti Hetu, Bandha Vimukti Hetu. That is the cause for liberation. Na parasti kaschit. Other than that, there is no other means. This Sarvatma Bhava, Aikya, Advaita is the cause. Advaita, Jnana is the cause for Mukti. Sarvatmana Bandha Vimukti Hetu, Sarvatma Bhavat, Na Parasti Kaschit. So Sarvatmana, the Mukti is possible only once you remain as Sarvatma in that Bhava, and other than that Bhava, there is nothing else to do or nothing else which is the cause for liberation. Drishya agrahe. Agrahe, once one gives up. So what is the hetu for mukti? Sarvatma bhava. What is the hetu for sarvatma bhava? How can sarvatma bhava come? The hetu towards the hetu of mukti. That is said drishya agrahe. Drishyanam agrahe sati. Once agrahe is agrahana. Bhavi vitpatti. Once there is agrahana, once you do nirodha of drishya prapancha. Drishyagrahe sati asau upapadyate. That thing which has been mentioned in the earlier half of the shloka, sarvatma bhavaha, asau sarvatma bhavaha drishyagrahe sati upapadyate. When does the sarvatma bhava rise? It rises only on negation of prapancha. This is the, see, this is the reason for the shloka, what the shloka is saying here. Although people say, where is Bada Samanadikaranya? We don't see Bada Samanadikaranyam. We see only in Vyakhyanas and Tikas. But Shlokakara himself is giving this Sarvatma Bhava, Sarvam Khalu, Sarvam Idam Sarvam Brahma or Sarvam Khalu Brahma. All this is Brahma. How is it? People say that everything is Brahma. How is it Brahma? It is Brahma by negation. Neti neti prakriya, not asti, this is also there, that is also there. It is not all of it is there. All of it is there, appears to be there in my presence, but really it is not there. Because in Sushupti you don't see, in Samadhi you don't see, in Swapna you don't see this prapancha. That Swapna prapancha you don't see here. Just like you don't give any validity to the presence of Swapna prapancha when you wake up. Similarly, when you go to deep sleep or in Swapna, you don't give any validity to this prapancha. So how can it be real? Thereby, when you say all of this is Brahma, including the Swapna prapancha and Jagrat prapancha, all of this is Brahma, Brahma Atma, Sarvatma Bhava is possible only by negation, by neti neti prakriya. Meaning Sarvam Nasti, prapancha Nasti, Aham eva asmi, Brahma eva asti, Brahma Aham asmi, Aham Brahma asmi. Through that process, there is Aikya of Jagat with Brahmatma. That is why he says, Drishya Agrahe Sati Asau Sarvatma Bhava Upapadyate. Agrahanam should be there. You cannot have Grahanam of this Drishya Nama Rupa. You cannot say that, okay, this Prapancha, you cannot define as having a particular set of names and all these attributes. If you cognize with all its attributes, Nama Rupa, then it will always stand separate from Satchidananda Brahma, which does not have any Nama Rupa. Brahma is not really name. It is something which is a pointer to Brahat Tattva, which is limitless, which is not limited. That is the meaning. If you find yourself limited, then you do not have Jnana. This is the way the Prakriya works. Even the phrases that tell you that Brahma is Sat Chit Ananda. Brahma is not a name. And Rupa is not there. It is not Sadrupa, it is Sat Swarupa. Rupa is Swarupa, its very nature. It is a defining attribute, but not really an attribute as a Visheshana. It is not an adjective. And there is no name. But if you can cognize name and form, you have actually named Brahma and given a form to Brahma, thereby it has an apparent reality in the form of Prapancha. So you cannot have both. You cannot have Nama Rupa for Brahma, which is Samsara, which is this Prapancha, and have Brahma Jnana at the same time. So when you say that all this is Brahma, Nama Rupam Vihaya, giving up Nama Rupa, all this is Brahma. Asti Bhati Priyam is the Swarupa of Brahma. Then you add two more and then you get Prapancha. Nama Rupa you add to Brahma itself. That Brahma, if you say Tasmad Vayu, Tasmad Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha, Akashad Vayuhu, Vayoragnihi, you have started giving Nama Rupa. Nama as Akasha is this, Brahma is Akasha. Brahma has become Akasha by giving it name and form. Although Akasha is formless, but formless form of Akasha, of Brahma, is this Akasha with that name of Akasha. Akashad Vayuhu, then Brahma Rupa Akashad Vayuhu. You have given a Rupa, this Brahma itself in the form of Akasha. It is not a form as in an Akruti. It is that Vibhu Akara Akasha which has come out of Brahma, meaning Brahma itself appears as Akasha. From that Brahma Rupa Akasha, Vayu is born. And what is Vayu? This Sancharati, it goes around everywhere. That is this Vayu with the Sparsha Guna. So you have given it Nama Rupa. Guna also has a Nama Rupa. All this you have keep on giving. Shruti has imagined a Prakriya so that you understand what is this Prapancha. It is just name and form given to Satchidananda or Asti Bhati Priya Brahma. Thereby what is established in this 348th shloka is Drishya Agrahe Sati Sarvatma Bhava Aso Upapadyate. Only on negation of this drishya padartha, that there is no reality to drishya nama rupa, sarvatma bhava is possible, and after sarvatma bhava bhavanda vimukti. So hetu to mukti and hetu to the hetu of mukti has been given here. And sarvatma bhava kasya asya sadatma nishtaya, through sadatma nishtha this is born. This understanding is cognition of Brahma as the only existent entity at the cost of negation of everything. That kind of a sadatma nishtha, through that sadatma nishtha this sarvatma bhava is born. So what is said is drishyagrahi, just vairagya will not work, jnana has to be there. Therefore sadatma nishtha should be there along with drishya agrahanam. Yato niyato nivartate tatastas vimuchyate nivartanadhi sarvato na veti dukkhamanvapi ityuktaritya sarvatmana bandha vimuktau hetuhu sarvatma bhava eva. So what is the hetu for bandha vimukti? It is sarvatma bhava. How is it said? It is said in a shloka, yato yato nivartate tatastas vimuchyate tatastato vimuchyate. Yato yato nivartate tatastato vimuchyate. As and when one withdraws from, has shamadama and withdraws from the prapancha, tataha tata. So it's a growing clarity of jnana, growing sthirata of jnana, and then vimukti. Nivartanadhi, due to nivarana of this prapancha, nivartanadhi sarvataha na dukkham anu api dukkham na vetti. One does not get any dukkha because one has withdrawn from the padarthas, vishayas which are the cause of dukkha. Thereby iti uktaritya sarvatmana bandha vimuktau hetuhu sarvatma bhava. Sarvatma bhava is the cause for moksha. Tasmat paraha anya kaschin nasti. Other than that there is no other means. Aham brahmasmi yo veda sa sarvam bhavati tvidam na bhutya ishate devaha tesham atma bhaved hi saha ityuktehe. So I think in Brihad Shruti there is a mantra where some discussion is there as to whether this person would do devata puja ityadi, he can't give up the prescribed duties, this mukta, jnani. And yesterday we saw Anya Raja. These people are those who continue in everything that they were doing earlier and then want moksha as well. They are Anya Raja. For them, somebody else is the ruler. They fear these deities. They fear the way you fear a king. In today's days, we fear these politicians who are leaders. We fear these who are running the governments, state or the national. We fear them because they make the law. We fear them. We follow their rules and we follow these social rules because we fear the law. Similarly, the Raja we fear. And in Vaidika this thing, fear the devatas. If you don't do this, then the Navagrahas, we fear Shani will do this, Rahu will do this. All this is there for a Laukika, one should follow because all of the affected by these grahas or devatas is all gunas and gunakaryas. If we have association with that kind of a deha, gunakarya deha, then we have to do all that for remedying the issues. We have to follow all the rules which are prescribed in the Shastras. But once one is a jnani, one is no longer associated with any of these, then one need not fear. One may do it, but one need not fear there, because dvitiyadvai bhayam bhavati. If you consider the devata as separate from you, then you would fear. But devata is not separate from you. Why? Because you are the antaratma of everyone. Sarvatma bhava is there, means you are the antaratma of the devata also. Thereby devatas cannot harm you because it is like harming themselves. They can't harm you anymore. That is said here through a shloka. Aham brahmasmi yo veda sa sarvam bhavati tvidam. He becomes everything. This person who has jnana as I am Brahma, He becomes everything. Brahma is Brahmivriddho. It is that infinite tattva which is all pervasive unto these devatas also. Thereby, na bhutya ishadi devaha tesham atma bhaved hi saha. He is the atma for even for devatas. Therefore, devatas cannot, they are not against you anymore. For a sadhaka, devatas and they can create badha, they can create some obstacles because they don't want you to go away. It is like, you know, the marketing people or these shopkeepers or whoever there, they don't want to lose a client. They'll give you discount and pull you back, or they'll scare you with a fine. If you go, you will have to pay this kind of fine because you already committed, you signed an agreement, whatever it is. So business association, similarly it's an association. There is a give and take relation. You have brought in this devata, or you have done in a temple, you have given prana, or you have being born in that particular family, you have a kula devata, you have a kula guru, you have a sampradaya to follow. So you have committed that if I take birth in this family, I'll follow the rules of the family, of the whatever the family tree is there. That's why we have culturally also there are bindings. So having committed that, having this runa, being born as a human being, we have some runas to return. We have taken debt. So that debt has to be returned by following all these rules. Thereby, if you don't follow, then they don't get their worth, you know, they don't get whatever help they have given you so far, whatever blessings they have given you, they want some purpose to be served there. So there is a give and take relation. This is with devatas, ugra devatas, all of these. But when you say Ishvara is in the form of all these devatas, I am that Ishvara, then there is no fear. They cannot cause you any harm there because you know the reality that you never were different from them. Yad bandakam tadapi swabhinnam badhniyat. Yad bandakam tadapi swabhinnam badhniyat. What can bind you? So the devatas can scare you only if they are separate from you. If devatas and you are one, then how can they scare you? Similarly, how can they bind you with anything? They can't bind you anything. Whatever binds or whoever binds, that has to be separate from you. So only the bound is always separate from the binder. So if you say a rope can bind me, it is only because the rope is separate from you. You cannot bind the rope with the rope. As in, the rope does not find itself bound when it just you bind it together. It is not bound. It is, all of it is one entity. The snake coils itself up. You say, oh, the snake is stuck. Snake is not stuck. Snake is just coiling itself for protection or for whatever purpose. It is one single entity. It does not feel that it is trapped in the coil form, because it is one single entity. So what is said is yad bandakam tadapi swabhinna badhniyat. Only if something is separate from it, you can bind the other. One can bind the other only if they are two separate entities. Na atmanam kartrukarma virodhat, na atmanam badhniyat. One cannot bind oneself. Thereby devatas cannot bind you because you are their sarupa. Thereby atmanam na badhniyat. Why? Because kartru karma virodhat. There cannot be one karta and the same karta cannot become the karma. Karma and karta have to be different. Uktam hi nahi nataha sushikshitopi swaskandam adhirokshati iti. So it is said you cannot climb on your own shoulders. So that's the way it is explained. You may be able to scratch your back, but then an example is given, you cannot climb on your own shoulders. So thereby it is said here, even if you are an expert, I mean, there may be possibilities, but you cannot stand on your own shoulders. You stand on someone else's shoulders. So that's the way the example has to be seen, that a person who says that I can do some acrobatics. The acrobatics you can show, but you can show on, you may be able to, curve your body in such a manner that you place your legs on your shoulders, but you cannot stand and dance on your shoulder, even if you are an expert. So with that example, what is shown, although another example can negate it, saying that I can scratch my back, but then there are two different parts. but then we have to see adharataya. Can it become an adhara, or even if it is a different part, you cannot do it. But then if you are one, then how can it be? So you see this dancer as a single entity, then can the dancer dance on his own shoulders? He cannot. Thereby kartru karma virodha is there. Nahi iti nahi agniratmanam dahati. And similarly another example, Shastriya example is shown, that the fire can burn everything in its presence. Can it burn itself? It cannot burn itself. Iti cha bhashye. In bhashya it is shown. All of these statements are from bhashya. Tataha sarvatma bhave prapte yad bandhakatvena matam tad atmatvasya api avarjaniyataya kuto bandha. So tataha sarvatma bhave prapte. Once sarvatma bhava is attained, then yad bandhakatvena matam, whatever was considered earlier as binding, no, it will bind me, it will bind me. Tad atmatvasya, tadatmatvasya, that once you have atma bhava with that also, api avarjaniyataya kuto bandha, you cannot give up as something else, you cannot take it as something else, it cannot be segmented from you, it is all you. Then kuto bandha, how can there be bondage? सर्वभूतेषु च आत्मानं सर्वभूतानि च आत्मनि संपश्यन् ब्रह्म परमं याति नान्येन हेतुना इति कैवल्य श्रुतेः इति भावः. There is a Kaivalya Upanishad mantra which says सर्वभूतेषु च आत्मानं सर्वभूतानि च आत्मनि. One sees oneself everywhere and one sees everything in oneself. That is Sarvatma Bhava. Sampashyan, Samyak Pashyan, clearly knowing this as a fact without any doubt. Brahma paramam Brahma yati. He attains this highest Brahma Tattva. Attainment is figurative. He knows that he was never limited. Nanyena hetuna. Anyena hetuna na paramam Brahma na yati. Due to no other cause can one attain this state except for jnana, this Brahmatma jnana, which gives Sarvatma Bhava. That is the hetu. Says the Kaivalya Upanishad. Sarvabhuteshu upadanataya adhishtanataya rajju sarpe rajjum iva anusyutam sarvabhutani cha atmani rajjvam sarpa iva kalpitani sampashyan iti tadartha. What is the meaning? With an example it is explained. Sarvatma Bhava. Sarvabhuteshu upadanataya adhishtanataya, that you are the upadana karana for everything. Brahmatma is the upadana karana for everything. It is the substratum, basis for everything to exist and has Purana. Adhishtanataya, as a support, as a locus of all of this prapancha, you exist. How? Rajju sarpe rajjum iva. Just like for the snake, you are not a real support, it is not physical, because they don't have real existence. Like Rajju, therefore to remove that kind of a misunderstanding that I am the Adhara for everything, physically I am the Adhara. You cannot be physically Adhara, it is not literal. Thereby, example is given to show a flaw in literal interpretation. Rajju sarpe rajjum iva anusyutam. This Rajju is the substratum and Sarpa is that which is superimposed. It is Kalpita. Similarly, you are the substratum and prapancha is the kalpita. Sarvabhutani cha atmani, all of these in oneself. How? Like sarpa is in rajju. So rajju sarpe rajjumiva. Sorry, in the earlier thing, adhisthana rajju sarpe rajjumiva. Adhisthana towards the rajju sarpa. Rajju is the adhisthana towards the rajju sarpa, and the other way around, on Rajju Sarpa is Kalpita. So I explained it, both parts in the same thing, but he has divided into two, because Sarvabhuteshu Atmanam. How do you see Sarvabhuteshu Atmanam? That is explained here as, just like for Rajju Sarpa, Rajju is the Adhisthana. So that is Sarvabhuteshu Atmanam. And how do you explain Sarvabhutani cha Atmani? In Atma you see every every being, all beings in Atma, that is shown with that kalpitatvam. Just like Sarpa is imagined on Rajju. Rajjvam Sarpa iva kalpitani sampashyan iti tadartha. That is the meaning of the Kaivalya Shruti there. Tena sarvopadhi sambandha vinirmuktataya. Tena sarvopadhi sambandha vinirmuktataya, as being free from all associations with all upadhis, any kind of association, sadhatmya sambandha bhavatu or anything else. Ahankara mamakara. Kevali bhava eva sarvatma bhava. Kevali bhava, being your own self without mixing up with anatma, is sarvatma bhava. This shows bada samana vikaranam. Sorry, it's raining quite a lot and can barely hear myself. Nahi upadhi sambandhena parichinnasya sarvatmatvam sambhavati. Now, if you say it is not bada samanadikaranam, everything is Brahma as it is, that cannot be true, because everything you see has nama rupa. It has a it exists in space and time. It is a separate vastu. It is not you. Thereby, with separate nama rupa and desha kala, making a vastu separate from you, perceiving a vastu separate from you, vishaya separate from you, object separate from you, including this deha, you will become limited. Thereby, nahi upadhi sambandhena parichinnasya, that person who is now individualized due to association with the deha ityadi, then being individualized, he is limited, parichinna, and being limited, sarvatmatvam katham sambhavati, na sambhavati, nahi sambhavati. It is not possible to have sarvatma bhava because you are limited. A limited cannot be everything. यद्यपि मायायाः व्यापकत्वात् तद्विशिष्टस्य तत्कार्य सर्वाधिष्ठानत्वं सुवचम्, तथापि मायायाः परिशिष्यमाणत्वात् तदधिष्ठानत्वं शुद्धस्य निरवच्छिन्न चैतन्यस्य एव इति कैवल्यम् एव सर्वात्मभावः. There can be a doubt as to Maya is vyapaka. Maya is that which is all pervasive. You say Atma is all pervasive and you have sarvatma bhava, but Maya is all pervasive. Maya is the adhisthana. It is the upadana karana, not Shuddha Brahmatma, which is you. Thereby, if that can be said, then how can you have this viveka, that how can you have this knowledge also? How is it possible, this vijnana, that the substratum is not separate from whatever is projected? Thereby the substratum is Maya. So how can you be in the form of everything? Maya is in the form of everything. There it is said, although it is true, vyapakatvat tadvishishtasya tatkarya sarvadhisthanattvam suvacham, thereby Maya is the adhisthana for everything, and therefore Maya, you can have Maya as sarvatma, sarvavastu, still you cannot have sarvatma bhava. Tathapi, even though that is true, that objection is valid in the sense that you are making a right statement, still the doubt should not be entertained. Why? Because it is resolved by saying Mayayaha parishishyamanatvat tadadhishthanatvam shuddhasya niravachinna chaitanyasya eva iti kaivalyam eva sarvatma bhava. You cannot be associated with Maya and say that I, along with Maya, am all this prapancha. No, the Maya is resolved into yourself. You are the adhisthana even for Maya. Thereby, kaivalyam eva sarvatma bhava. That Maya also has to be resolved, and then you will know what the sarvatma bhava is there. Tatra hetuhu asau sarvatma bhavaha. So hetu is sarvatma bhava for mukti. Asya jnaninaha, for this jnani, sada nirantaram atmanishtaya drishyagrahe satyupapadyate iti. Sarvatma bhava is the cause for mukti, and when is this sarvatma bhava born for the jnani? Only when sada nirantaram, always without a break, one remains in atmanishtha. Atmanishtaya drishyagrahe. Atmanishtha and drishya agrahanam. One should not indulge and remain in atma. One should remain in atma, give up the vishaya. This is a continuous process. If you find yourself slipping from atmanishtha towards the vishaya, you negate the Vishayas, you come back to Atmanistha. If you see that Atmanistha is there and then Vishayas are coming up, then you negate the Vishayas or you hold on to Atmanistha, and or process to negate continuously. It is Atmanistha with negation, negation with Atmanistha. Thereby, any which way you see, both have to be done. You have to you have to withdraw from Mithya, Anatma Padarthas and stay in Atma. Atmanistha, Atmanisthaya Drishyagrahe Sati Upapadyate. That Sarvatma Bhava is possible only then. Not just by saying that I have Atmanistha, but then I do all sorts of things. No, Sarvatma Bhava won't come, because all sorts of things means that all sorts of things exist separate from oneself. This is the 348th shloka. We'll stop here and continue in the next partha. Sarva Vedant Siddhanta Gocharantam Agocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Om Tat Sat. Any questions? No questions. I'll see you in the next part. Namaste.